goal is not to get diffed less. The goal is to be a better player, and getting diffed is a process of being a better player.
Hey, it's not that big of a deal to lose because you know that's you. If you keep improving, eventually you'll make that up and then win more if you learn from it.
Right.
Or something like that.
Right.
And it's something I need to start like consciously telling myself, like, hey, it's okay. Like, they're better. It is what it is. And if you just learn from it and move forward, like, it won't happen again eventually.
Well,
and that's something I have to like get good at telling myself.
Sure. I will say this though. I think it is a little bit like, remember we talked about this, right? Where we talked about how like there's always a bigger fish, you know? So I wouldn't even say necessarily that the goal is to get to a point to where you don't get diffed as much, right? Unless you're Michael Jordan of the Overwatch scene, which maybe you are. I don't think that's really the goal. The goal for you is instead to be like, I know I'm going to get diffed a lot here and there. And the best Overwatch League players in the world have like 58, 59% win rates. You know what I'm saying? They're still losing almost half of their games. However, you need to learn to be comfortable with losing more often. And you also need to be comfortable with, or trusting that yourself that, not even trusting. Think about it like this. If you're not getting diffed, then you're not being forced to improve. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? So you need those quote unquote getting diffed moments for you to actually enjoy the game. Because if you were winning every single game, you'd quit out of boredom, right? You need those difficult, challenging opponents to actually push you to do better. I mean, that's why whenever I coached competitively, I was always very respectful of my opponents, not only because that's the nice thing to do, but also because we needed them to be playing well if I really wanted to be getting better as a coach or as a player. If they're all bronze and you're winning every game, that's not fun. You know what I'm saying? That's not fun. There's no sense of satisfaction out of that. So you talk about getting diffed. That's a normal process of, and not just getting better, but that's a normal process of enjoying the game. You need to get diffed if you want to have fun. Because if you don't get diffed, you're not going to have fun. I promise you. You're beating up on children. So I would rephrase what you were saying as, again, the goal is not to get diffed less. The goal is to be a better player, and getting diffed is a process of being a better player, as well as getting diffed is what is the motivation and the satisfaction when you do win, when you do perform well. It feels that much sweeter when you've had the difficulties getting up to that point, when you know that the enemy team was good and that you still managed to clutch it out anyway. That's where you have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that tracks.
So be very careful about aiming for avoiding these negative things, because first off, it will never happen, and two, you don't want it to happen. You don't want that to go away. Instead, what you need to do is be more positive and constructive about your actual play to begin with, and then have better tricks of dealing with those situations, which we talked about, right?